Hey everybody, I'll tell you what, welcome back to this week's show. We are, of course, in northern Wisconsin with our good friend, Jeff van der Mortel. Hey, I'll tell you what, Jeff, you know what, duck season was not that far away. I should say duck season had just gotten over, what, last 3 weeks, huh?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. We're getting through the holidays here and time to get after the ice fishing. We got a long season ahead of us. Our ice conditions have firmed up nicely. At least
it looks good.
Yeah,
it looks really good.
I mean, super big for snowfall in the immediate forecast. So just getting to that point, you can pretty much safely get around on the lighter machines, not trucks or anything yet, or maybe just shortly here if we get more cold. But
right,
it's looking good. We had some bad stuff early on. We got that warm spell, and things are looking very nice now. Boys are getting set up now. We dropped down, and there's fish on the electronics immediately. So hopefully it sticks. Hopefully they stick around, and hopefully we can show you what they look like. It's nice to have a little bit larger group of guys like this, and you're able to kind of stay on top of those fish. Whereas if you're by yourself or one or two guys, it can be a little tougher. Sometimes you can find that magic hole, but a lot of times it's about getting on those fish, and just because if you stay in your hole too long with no fish, they leave and you don't find them again because they've already traveled far. When they leave your hole, it's good to keep finding them so you stay on top of them rather than let it get too far away from you, then you have a hard time tracking them down. One of the worst things you can do ice fishing in many cases is to catch a nice fish or two out of a hole and stay there the rest of the day.
Hey, so what kind of techniques are we going to be using on these crappies right away?
A little bit of spoons, a little bit of plastics is what we'll start with, see if they have a preference one way or the other. We'll see what their mood looks like. We're coming off of some pretty big storms. I know the bite was really good leading up into the storms and the bigger weather we just had.
Okay.
Now we're on the other side of that. You can tell it's a little bit colder here.
I like
it. I do too. It feels good. We're making ice and stuff, but it's definitely colder. It's kind of that backside of the storms. The wind is gone, which is nice. Sometimes it's not always the best for bite conditions, but find the fish and give it your best effort. I'll take this over a 20-mile-an-hour window any day.
Hey, I'll tell you what, everybody, hold on to your heinies because I got a feeling you're going to see some nice crappies. Drilling a lot of holes and going to keep moving. You know, pop one or two out of one hole if you get lucky and move to the next. So we're not going to sit in one spot very long, which is my style of fishing for sure. The running and gunning. That did not take long at all, you guys. Tell you that. This is what I love about ice fishing. Nice perch right there. That might not go back. And obviously one of my favorite things to eat, Jeff, is perch. Hey, dude, don't ever do that. It's always about the new adventures and just being out here. But there's always a possibility for so many different multi-species. You know, it's like it's perch, crappies, bluegills, and then always walleyes. Yep. You know, and that's kind of our plan for the day too. Is we're gonna, you know, we got the Duxbury boys here today, which is pretty cool to see how big these kids have gotten. Luke and Noah, and of course their dad Kurt. You know, they're hardworking farmers. That's what keeps. Hey, people need to know that without hardworking farmers, there would not be any food in that grocery store.
Just right on the bottom, just a small tungsten jig. I like red. I like purple. I try to stay away from the same colors that everybody else runs all the time, but I literally only run a few also, so it's a confidence thing. But take a bunch of those all day long.
Come on, don't treat me like that. Hey, there you go. I'll tell you what, you know, I got a bunch of them down there, so I'm going to quick get this one off. And that's the key, you know, when you're fishing these basin crappies, when you got them down there, you got to get aggressive and get right back down to them. So using a heavier jig like this and getting that drop in there and always trying to stay above them is no doubt key. You know, there's nothing really to hold these fish right here, so I've been waiting about the last 15 minutes and they finally came into me. Let's see if I can keep them down there. You know, that's trying to get that bait down there. Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm in about 30 feet of water here and I marked this thing about 6-7 foot down. I did not expect it to be a crappie at all. That fish was up that high. All I'm using today is basically, I've got 6-pound test line on here, got my Megs custom rod here, and I'm using a number 2 Swedish pimple, and I've got a tiny little swivel right above it because I'm jigging it pretty radically so it doesn't, when I stall it, it doesn't spin, and medium action rod, and basically just using my FL28 and just watching to see them fish. And like I said, I'm in about 30 feet of water right here, and that fish was only like 6 to 8 foot down.
So setting it about 18 inches off the bottom, pulling her up, fishing about the 12 to 16 foot range. A little bit of a feeding shelf. A lot of times with tip ups, what you're looking for is a nice hard break. You know, if you're drilling holes, I mean, I have not walleye fished this spot very much, but it looks like a decent enough spot on the map. So here we're coming out of a basin where we have crappies at about 30 to 40 some feet of water, and they're cruising around in that basin. It comes up onto a flat, and then it comes up onto this rock bar right at the foot of that, or after you get like a flat, 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 and then up right at the base of that where you've got the biggest transition change. It's often going to be a pinch point for fish traveling parallel to that break. So that's where we're going to set our traps. So you always want to make sure that everything's ready to go. Give it that little test pull so that you know you're set.
There you go, Ross. Nice job. Whew, nice job. Very nice job. Ooh, that rod is torqued right over.
Get wrapped up.
Are you using just a Castmaster?
Yep, just a cast.
No bait at all?
Nope, and a beaded treble.
Wow.
And that one engulfed it.
Oh, that's nice.
There's another one. There's another
Still
nice
got
one.
him?
Yep.
You got another one?
Yep.
Holy, you just dropped back down there.
Staying on top of them.
Holy cripper.
I still got 4 feet of fish here. Then we're get bit again.
Okay, oh, there you go.
I always stay above them, Larry, like an extra 2-3 feet,
Okay.
and I rip it real hard.
Okay, and let it free fall?
No, I keep it up above them that far. And,
Okay.
And then all of a sudden in that school, you get that one aggressive fish that comes out of that
Right
school.
up. Try to get him to come in. Did you have him?
He came
Oh,
in my
Ross
hole.
got him? Did he go down your hole?
Did I get hooked up again?
Big tank
Hey,
too.
little things make a big difference when it comes to fishing, and there's a prime example.
Here I am with a spoon with 3 waxies on it, and he's got no bait.
And he's got a little bead on there though, Kurt. It doesn't hurt to have two lines down one hole, especially when you got them crappies and they're layered like that. There we go. There we go. Whoa. I mean, that Vexler just lit right up. My reels froze. She's cold though, I can tell you that. It's a good fish. Really good fish. I still got him thick down there. Oh, there's a nice one right there. Oh, look at that one right there. It just barely had him too. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna drop right back down there and try to get another one on there because I've sat here for a while now and missed quite a few, but you know, it's not like you have them down there every couple minutes. Oh, here we go. Here's this one's gonna attack. Oh, we go. 2 in a row I got. I'm loving it. You know, and they're still down there like crazy. God, I love that feel, that rod bent over like that. Man, oh, look at the size of that one right there. These are absolutely magnum crappies right there. You know, holy man, I gotta measure that one. But hey, I got them down there again, so I'm gonna try to keep her going here. Come on, get him, Ross. There you go, nice job.
It's not terrible.
That's not bad.
Still got fish down there.
Tell you what, man, oh man. Oh, that's not a giant like the other ones, but still a nice crappie. I'll tell you what, I got him down there. The key is no bait. Get him on hook and get that bait down there as fast as you can get it down there.
There we go. No waxies. I've been fishing with waxies the whole time, and these guys are whacking them, and finally I gave up.
You got one too? Ross has got a big one too.
There we go. No waxies, just the spoon.
It's amazing
Just
how
staying
fast
on them.
that
You got to
turns.
keep moving. Can't fish where the fish aren't.
Nice. Good, dude. Nice little start to the night on walleyes. Hey, you know what? We'll take it. That's a great fish.
All right, I bet you $1 I can get one in 30 seconds starting
A whole dollar.
now. $1. Oh, I missed him.
Oh, your 30 seconds is up. That one right here. Oh, nice one. This one. Oh,
That's a
Kurt's
good
got
one.
one. Yeah.
Hey, no, that was 26. Another beautiful crappie, northern Wisconsin. Beautiful day, good friends, can't beat it.
They are absolutely just piled down there. It is crappie-thon. I'll tell you, you know what? We got out here about 11 o'clock this morning, and it was, touch. It was slow. We definitely got one here, one there. But right now, I'm looking around, and Duxie's got one. Ross has just been on fire right there. And the fish, that they've definitely got the right attitude now. They're holding in there. They're not so spookish like they were earlier. And definitely game on. Just one after another. This is fun. And look at my locator. You guys got to take a look at this locator. Just pull this guy out, good eater. Look at my locator. These are all fish. This is the bottom, but these are all fish right there. 33 feet of water. No bait, And there's so many different year classes too you're looking at right there. There's probably 3 different year classes of crappies sitting right there.
Another beauty. What was it? 15 minutes ago, I didn't have any fish on the ice, and I got 2, 4, 6, 8 of them in a matter of minutes.
Except for we got a hell of a crappie bite going right now. Let's stay with it.
There you go.
Nice job.
That's gonna be a nice one.
Noah, you're on fire now.
Oh yeah.
And we got one.
Look at that slab.
Oh, that's a
Hold him out,
giant.
Noah.
So I pull up here and I see he's got all these 1 pound cylinders outside here. And I'll tell you, we just came back from Minnesota a few weeks ago and we stopped at a gas station there and they were over $7 a piece for them 1 gallon tanks. So we're gonna show you guys really such a simple, inexpensive way to just, instead of keep buying these tanks and trying to hunt them down and find them, is to really just start saving them and buy a little valve.
Yep. So you want to keep your tank, your big tank, outside or inside in a heated area. Ideally, I keep my garage heat about 50, 52, and then keep your stuff outside, your tanks, once, and make sure
your 1 pounders outside.
And then one thing you want to do too is what you save. You want to save these tops.
Why is that?
It keeps it, protects it from getting any dirt or anything in there, and also, make sure that it doesn't have moisture in there, it'll get rusty.
Okay.
You can see, if you're refilling tanks, you want it to be a nice, clean, relatively light new finish. And that keeps, you can see this tank's been around, it's been banged around, it's been filled, I don't know how many times. But these caps, if it's not on the unit, you want the cap on there to make sure. The same company that makes the Mr. Buddy heaters, which is super prevalent, they make one that might even be what this is. It's got a little valve this to make sure this gas ring is nice and intact and not dry rotted because you'll get leaks. You gotta make sure these are empty. You can bleed them off. There's a relief valve here.
Let's show everybody where that valve is, right inside
here.
there.
And even to test, you can take it. You just gotta make sure you don't bend it. You can even test to make sure that it's out by pushing down on that.
So you want it completely
right? You want it completely empty. You'll get a better fill.
Okay.
Hear that last little bit. This was an empty tank, but there's always take a needle nose and just push down gently on it. You want to make sure you don't bend it.
Okay.
Nice snug fit, but the way that it's counter threaded, you don't want it to unturn. So make sure it's nice and tight this way and tight this way.
Okay.
All right. I like to take it and flip it upside down like this, and I'll usually do it over my counter over there.
Yep.
But open the valve. And I believe it's about 60 seconds, but it won't like shoot off or anything.
Okay, and it won't overfill itself.
Not that I've ever seen. I'm not going to, for liability purposes, I'm not going to tell you that it can't happen.
Right.
See, it's still, you're dealing with gas. You should do this in a well-ventilated area. We're going to open the doors and stuff when we're done in here. And it's not going to, it usually won't get you to that 100% fill, but it'll get you to like 80. Quarters full.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's like I said, this, keep this in your basement or in your house or something, getting that to like 65, 70.
Yep.
And if you've got this, the best way to do it, throw it in your freezer. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, man. I keep one right on the rack.
I see that over there.
Yes, sir.
That's the key too, is always try to keep that bait up above them. It's, oh, that's a nice fish too. Woo, got my hand a little wet on that one. Woo, gotta love that. To me, the key is always too, by using your electronics like the Vexlar. I love this FLX 28. It's just a great unit, super sensitive. It's got so many features on it. When the fish are really negative, I will take it to low power so you don't have that pulse pounding on them fish. And earlier, you know, definitely the fish were very negative and very sensitive. They would come in, you'd have them in there for maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and once in a while you'd get one out of there. And that's key though, right there, because they can feel that pulse on them.
Oh, pike. Oh, not what I was hoping for, Thomas. The booby prize of the day.
Hey, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. Hey, I'll tell you what, Ross, you were putting a clinic on, and I always say this, that little things make a big difference when it comes to fishing.
Okay, what I do is I always take a VMC resin ball. It's like a little glow bead. They come in different colors. VMC makes them. I always pair one with either a Flash Champ or any spoon when I'm chasing these crappies in suspended water like this. And it tonight it did it.
Hey, again, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet.
Built for fishermen, built by fishermen. Really, that says it all.
It's the family here. It's not a big conglomerate, it's a family.
They treat you feel like you're in a family, you know.
When you put those two together, an amazing product and amazing people, it's just the type of company you want to be involved with.
Not only because of just the great boats, but because of the camaraderie that the Warrior family has.
The customer service is amazing. They never leave you hanging.
So come join the Warrior family.
Okay, everybody, Shotgun in the Kitchen here, Leary, at lunchtime today. Thanks, Leary, for the panfish. I have crappie, bluegill, and perch here. You guys, you don't always have to deep fry your fish. There's different ways, like, you know, you can put it in the oven. I'm going to show you a quick way to put it in the pan. I'm going to cut them up. I got them all filleted already. They're looking good. Got some onion, throw it in the pan. And then just as before they're almost done, you'll throw a little white wine in there and simmer it. So I get the onions going first. I got a little butter in the frying pan. And I don't season my fish till I flip them the one time. But get your onions going first a little bit. Onions put a lot of flavor to the butter here for you. Get them caramelized a little bit. I usually throw the inside down first. You guys, if you haven't tried these yet, charged all this stuff. Oh my God, this knife is so sharp, and the skinning knife and the boning and everything. These knives are crazy good. You'll see on the outside, everybody, see how the fish is turning colors on the outside? I'm gonna let it go just a little bit longer, then I'm gonna flip them over. I just wanna get one side partially done, then I flip them over, set them down, and I add all my ingredients, and then cover it up and simmer it the rest of the way. You can add any kind of stuff in here you want. I just put onions in here. But here's the secret now. Put them all in one pile in the middle. Turn my heat down a little bit. Cilantro. A little paprika. Can't go wrong with paprika. A little salt and pepper. This is all a taste, everybody. Do what you want to do. All right, here's the icing on the cake. Now crank up the heat. White Zinfandel, cheap wine. But when you got white fish like this, white wine. Don't use the red because it's going to turn your fish colors. And most of the alcohol will cook itself off, and what you're doing around now is you're getting all the flavor of the wines mixed in with the fish. Here you go, folks. Just a little over about 2 minutes. Leroy lunchtime, white wine, cilantro, salt, pepper, paprika, simmered in a frying pan.
Jeff, what an amazing crappie afternoon we had. Them are some magnum-sized fish. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
nice
job.
job. Woo! Loving it right there.
Yeah, right on.
There's
Cap
a good
off
walleye right there.
Yeah, for sure. Cap off the night with a couple of nice northern Wisconsin walleyes like that. Nice job, buddy.
I'll tell you what, I haven't seen Luke a lot in the last, probably 2 years. He used to be about this high, and now he's almost as tall as his dad. Dude, what's going on there? I mean, what a growth spurt. How can you grow that fast?
I don't know.
Yeah, just happened, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, so let's tell everybody really what your passion is.
Yeah, I don't know. We have fun fishing, farming, all that stuff back home.
And you guys are farming. You guys have a big milk operation, and you guys are milking how many cows?
Well, we probably have about 3,200, something like that. But probably milking quite a bit like that.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Jeff, it is all about building memories and having fun. And what a great day we had fishing today. You know, it started off slow, but we knew it was going to be that way, right? And basically just waiting for that window of opportunity to open. And when it opened, it was like unbelievable. Hey, so let's tell everybody how they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, you can find me at WisconsinMuskieFishingGuide.com, 920-639-6286, or Jeff Van Remortel, or WDH Guide Service.
It's always a great time when you get to come out here and spend time on the ice, and a lot of great conversations. It's just, you know, it's a comfortable place to be.
It's always good to adding another muskox to the herd.
Yes, and what a great one. He had definitely had the hot hand today. Hey, everybody, you know what? Every week we always want to thank all of our military men and women for the great service that they give this country. We also want to thank all of our firefighters and all of our law enforcement agents and paramedics for the great service that they give this country too. Remember, we are still living in the greatest country in the world as of today, and damn it, I'm gonna fight and keep it that way as much as and long as I can. And remember, what a great day it is to be alive. I don't think people quite understand where all this stuff comes from, but these guys are hard workers. But you know, one thing I love about the Duxbury family, they believe in hard work, play hard, work hard, play hard.
I'm not going to do that.
That sounds like Thomas after Taco Bell.
It's almost out. I'm going to need another one from you.
You got her, man.
Perfect. Or no, I mean the dispenser.